Howdy, I'm Kyle McClinigan, and welcome to this week's episode of the Batt Signal. On Wednesday, March 23rd, at 1:30 p.m., just over 20 student protesters gathered at Century Square to begin their march to the Jack Hay Williams Administration Building in what would eventually become a silent sit-in demonstration against the university administrators. Among the protesters' chief concerns were the influence of the former student organization known as the Rudder Association, the removal of diversity from Fish Camp's core values, the resistance to Draggyland, and the recent decisions regarding the independence of the battalion. General Studies Junior and organizer Ellis Howard said they helped organize the protest to show current university leadership that student voices must be heard.
The administration listens more to outside donors that are particular to their interest. So the TRA, conservative donors have a list of agendas that they want at the university, and they have friends in higher administration that they have gotten appointed themselves. Catherine Banks is someone that they wanted to get appointed. Some of the Board of Regents they wanted to get appointed. And they work together to silence progressive voices on campus. They silenced the battalion. They silenced the Draggyland performance, which expressed queer liberation in the form of art. And they removed diversity as a tenet from Fish Camp.
Jotis James, a fourth-year philosophy PhD student, said he has been directly affected by administrative overreach.
Why I came to protest this is it's directly affecting my ability to finish my PhD. Texas A&M brought me in as their diverse monkey. Put that in just that way. So that they can claim, look at this. But I know one of the reasons they picked me is because I'm South Asian. I'm a safe one. I'm also gay. You can check off boxes. However, life is not easy here. They're not paying us enough. It's very difficult to get a proper stipend. It's going through the administration. The bureaucracy is nauseating. If I want to do the type of research that I want to do, I have to sometimes be afraid of my life because I have no idea as to whether this will go through. Because people like the TRA, and especially 2-3 years ago, there was a professor I was planning to work with. He was ousted from the school because of white supremacists. Ultimately, he organized with the TRA, and now the TRA is screwing up organizations' the ability for students of color, queer students, to organize and gather and get their things done. So that's one of the major reasons I'm coming here. Administrational overreach that doesn't let me do my research, doesn't let me do my work, doesn't let me live in peace. And on top of that, are sabotaging the lives of undergraduate students and their ability to build a community. I don't care if it's conservative, I don't care if it's liberal, but the students should be able to have their voice. And I was baffled at how much inability there is to do that with the current administration. That's why I'm here, ready to protest.
Haley Burke, a third-year philosophy PhD student, said she attended the protest to support her friends who are feeling the stress of the university administration on their shoulders.
Yeah, I think a lot of students that are LGBTQA+, feel discriminated against by the administration, by their lack of support of Draggyland and other such events on campus. I'm also here supporting the battalion, which I think is a really important part of our university's overall community. Being able to have an outside voice that is student-led is really important. And I'm kind of freaked out, honestly, that that seems to be going away.
Industrial distribution sophomore Nate Wilson, who passed the protest on his way to class, said he didn't really understand their message.
I'm confused as far as the purpose of it, because knowing what the Rudder Association is really just perpetuating Aggie spirit and the Aggie culture. It's what exactly they have against it is more the thing I'm confused about. It's to my understanding, it's they're a minority group on campus for LGBTQ. It's I'm curious what that has to do as far as not wanting to have the Rudder Association on campus. That's the main question I have.
Associate Vice President of Marketing and Communication, Kelly Brown, said in a comment to the battalion that the protesters' voices were heard today, and the university always encourages students to express their voices. Quote, Texas A&M welcomes individuals and groups who want to express their rights to free speech and freedom of expression, Brown said. Allowing different voices to be heard on various issues is part of the college experience, whether that's through a peaceful protest or rally, talking to administrators, or other lawful methods, end quote. Next, I'm joined with our Life and Arts editor, Catherine Miller, to discuss the upcoming Save the Music concert. What is Save the Music?
Save the Music is an event put on by KANM, Texas A&M student-run radio station, this Friday, March 25th in Bryan. The event features local artists Jasper, Good Looks, and Divine, with all money raised going towards KANM's programming costs. Doors open at 8:30 p.m. with the show beginning at 9 p.m.
And why is KANM putting on this event?
KANM puts on this event every semester to raise money to keep student radio running. Sociology senior Gwen Howerton, Public Relations Director for KANM Radio, said as a student organization, Save the Music is the primary way it raises money to keep student radio running. Quote, "The goal is to make money to buy equipment, buy advertising, and to grow. Also, I think philosophically, we want to showcase some local artists so that we are a radio station. More broadly, it's a way we like to bring local music to the community. We like to put on this event for our members, for students, and whoever wants to come in the community as a way to bring something fun to do."
And why is this event important for College Station?
History junior Jana Burgess, music director for Save the Music, said the event has a lot of importance in showcasing the local music scene outside of country music. Quote, "Outside of predominantly what you would think of music at Northgate or at Hurricane Harry's, it shows that there's more. There's a broader music scene in College Station. The last show, we had some pretty great punk bands, shoegaze, lots and lots of diversity." University Studies Architecture sophomore and Assistant Public Relations Director Aaron Redd said Save the Music portrays diversity, both in music and the student organization. Quote, "We're about over 200 members strong right now, and we're only getting bigger. We want to showcase what we're about. This is a great way for a ton of people who aren't in the organization to come to the event. It's not just for us, it's also for campus. It's like, hey look, we're an awesome org, please join us, have fun with us kind of thing."
How will Save the Music impact the community?
Nutrition junior Paige Musselman and Save the Music director said raising money through the event is beneficial not only for KANM, but for the campus community as well. Quote, "Fundraising enables us to do our job and provide programming. We provide really good opportunities for our members, like our website committee is building a whole new website right now. That's a really awesome opportunity for someone who's interested in radio and computer science, but they can't do that if we're broke. We're teaching people good skills. I've learned a lot about music and music history. Being in KANM, but more importantly, being an officer, I've learned a lot of communication and management skills."
For the full stories featured in today's episode and more Aggieland news, visit our website or pick up a print edition from one of the newsstands on campus. This week's contributor is Catherine Miller. This episode was produced and edited by Kyle McClinigan.